Hey Soul Gardeners, it's Julie Zipper. Are you really ready to transform the way you live your life? Well, in 40 days, we can do just that together. For more details, go to 40daymeditation.com. Hey Soul Gardeners, it's Julie Zipper and I'm your Mindful Cruise Director. And this is the question and answer meditation vibration. Here we are, it's our last day of Virgo. And in the future, I'm going to invite you to write in any question that you have. Many of you have, and I so appreciate you turning to me for all your mindful questions, and I'm here to answer them. So if you send me a question, then next month I might choose your question to be here on this show and answer you live. Okay, but for the purposes of today, I just wanted to go over 3 questions that I get all the time, frequently asked questions, so you could say. And the first one is, what is meditation, right? If we're all going to do this, if we're all going to sign up and say, yes, mindfulness is good, mindfulness is great, give it to me now, what is it? Well, I like to say that meditation is simply being absolutely anchored in the now. I go to a place called Agape International Spiritual Center. I almost said church, but it's not really a church. And our Reverend there, Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, says meditation is paying undistracted attention to reality. And I really like that one too. But then you take Osho, who is this crazy modern meditation teacher who has since passed on, and he says meditation is our natural state. It's just one that we have forgotten to access. So what I believe about meditation is that it is that natural state, and that we have all accessed it at many different times in our life. Watching that sunset, being with a lover, being with a newborn babe, you know, just that moment when all of a sudden you are not thinking about your laundry list, you are not living the past, you're not worried or stressed or anxious. These are all things that happen in the future or in the past with our thinking. But you're absolutely anchored in the now, and all of a sudden that moment expands. It becomes this timeless realm, and all those stresses just melt away. And also you feel unified. You feel unified with nature, with animals, with people. There's this commonality all of a sudden. It feels rhythmic and harmonious. So that to me is meditation. And if you just touch that space 1 second a day, 1 minute a week, I believe that it can transform your life completely. I know that it did mine. Okay, so now that we have discussed a little bit about what meditation is, let's talk about why should one meditate? Well, there's lots of different reasons, all the way from simple relaxation to deep spiritual adventures and discoveries. Yes, but I like to say all these things that I have found sort of fell to the wayside once I began meditating. First one is get off the emotional roller coaster. You know, I'm sure some of you do. This whole, like, your day is good if you're feeling really good and things are making you happy, and your day is rotten when all of a sudden something bad happened, right? And you feel sort of a slave to your emotional cycle. Or you could say, you know, get off the drama rama, where if things are going your way, you're allowed to be happy. If things are not going your way, you're embroiled in this huge, you know, why me, victimhood consciousness. All right, so also though, why should you meditate? You get to know your true self. True self with a little lowercase s, which is your ego, your thoughts, your patterns, your habits. Why would you want to know that? Well, because you want to be aware. You want to be an empowered consciousness and say, I don't choose to have that thought pattern anymore. I don't choose to participate in that negative thinking pattern anymore. I don't choose that non-life affirming habit of mine, etc., etc. But also you get to know the true self with a capital S. This is that unified quality that I was talking about in the first question. You get to know that there's actually this huge web and we're all interconnected. You touch that wellspring of peace, love, harmony, joy that is within each and every one of you. We are not disconnected from it. It is within, it's not without. Nobody has it for you. No thing, no success story, no destination has it for you. It's within. And you touch that in meditation. You feel unified. It's impersonal. It's going to be there whether you make good choices or bad choices for yourself. Okay? And then finally, what is not meditation? Okay, meditation is not necessarily erasing your thoughts. Okay? You can still have your thoughts, just watch them instead of being caught up in the dramatic episode of that thought. Okay? It's also not just sitting there in full lotus like this yogi. You can sit however you want. You can even lie down in your bed if that's what appeals to you and if you don't necessarily fall asleep every time. And also, it's not chanting a foreign mantra necessarily unless that speaks to you. Some of us, it really speaks to us to chant, whether it's a foreign mantra or one in our own native tongue. But it doesn't have to be that for you. You get to choose. Meditation is your mindful oyster. You get to choose the way that works for you. So, as I say to all my students, you are the gatekeeper, you are the key master, you know the way into you. Everything that I've said here is just an invitation, and I invite you to go explore meditation for yourself. Go see how it speaks to you. Go see what your definition is, and then come back and let me know. I'd love to hear that. And also let me know all your questions, and I'll see you back next month for more question and answers, and I'll see you next week for Libra. Live, love, be. So God and